What's up, everyone? My name's Chris, and I'm a victim of narcissism. I just want to go over some of like the recent phases I've realized in the healing process that I've been through, and like going through that, like starting from the beginning, the the running that you are the problem through your head is like the worst ever. Like you just always think that you are the problem, and that is it. That you weren't good enough. It was you and you only. So you failed. You failed as a husband, or I failed as a husband, as a father, as everything, because I wasn't good enough. Because we were fighting, and it was always my fault why we were fighting. It was always me. It was never her. Never ever her. And that right there tells you, if you can never come to mutual anything, there's a problem. You should not be in a relationship where it is one-sided. And I didn't know any better. I thought I was living the happy wife, happy life, American dream, blah, blah, blah. But no, I was being used. I was being used as a babysitter, as a home body, and I was used for a shoulder when she needed it and all this stuff. But when I needed anything, she wasn't ever there. She was never there. I hurt my back and I had to struggle through it because I was fine. And there was one time that she actually went out of her way and did stuff, but it was only because you could physically see the injury, and it was partially her fault. I dropped a ladder on my foot, one of them slide down ladders, one night, because she left it up, and we don't keep ladders up, at night with having kids and all that. Just a dumb idea. So I went and took it down, and when I did it and released the things on it, it slid down right on top of my foot. She thought it was broken. I thought it could have been broken. It didn't hurt. I mean, it looked worse than it hurt. And lo and behold, it wasn't broken, but she ended up doing everything for me the day before. She had to go to work, and she wanted, so I didn't have to do nothing. I can just put my foot up. That was it. That was the one time she did that, and the worst thing is, that was, 5 years into our marriage? And I'm sitting here looking back like I was chasing the dopamine. I was chasing that I wanted this person to love me like I loved her. And that's the bitter truth of narcissism. It's like a drug addiction. I went around like thinking I was a lucky person that I never got addicted to drugs and let it take my life down and all this, because I lost a brother to drugs. And it's real. It's real. And lo and behold, I did ruin my life because I got addicted to a person. And that's crazy. And it's not my fault. It really isn't, as much as I want to blame myself because I fell for it and everything else. But you have to understand, with narcissism, it's like looking in a mirror at yourself, except for it's what you've always wanted. Because you talk about all your wants and loves and all that, and the narcissist pokes and picks and gets all those things that you love, and they act like that's the person they are when they're not. And it's horrible. And then with my nightmare, it turned into no morals and no standing for kids to earn stuff or anything. Like my kids were 5 and 7 and 8 and trying to think. And she was giving them free passes to swear. And then once they turned 10, it went to, if you turn 10, you can say everything but the F word. And it's like, what? And then next thing I know, my stepson's like 13 vaping, and it was like a domino effect. Like, no moral standing, no boundaries, no nothing. And then she would talk about our sex life in front of the kids once they got to teenagers. And it's just like, no boundaries at all. None whatsoever. And that is straight up narcissism. You know, straight up narcissism. And all that stuff, all that stuff that you know that's wrong and that you go to try to point out, all gets flipped right onto you, that it's your fault. And partially I feel like it is because I allowed it to happen, even though I felt like it was wrong. And I didn't stand up. I didn't stand up and put my foot down. I tried with the swearing. And the first time I said anything about that, I was told to put my feelings in my pocket. I'll never forget that saying, when she told me to put my feelings in my pocket. Whoa. Yeah. That's a pill. Well, guys, I hope you like, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do so we can help others. That's all I'm looking for. I just want people to open their eyes and realize, you know, happiness is a real thing, and you can't be happy if you're putting all your energy into somebody else. And that's the truth. God bless.